So today we're talking about food for your mind, your body, and your spirit. And we've all heard the story of the native elder who was talking to the young native boy who said, inside of all of us there are two wolves, the wolf of love and the wolf of fear, and they're in a constant battle. And he said, which one wins? And he said, whichever one you feed. Most of us are familiar with that story. And although that is one layer of the croissant, it's just one layer. There's another layer, as it talked about in the skit, is good getting better. Is I already like this, what would I like even better? At the same time, we can challenge ourselves to say, is there anything in my life that doesn't really make me happy? What do I want more of in my life? I have the ability to choose it. Simple stuff, yet incredibly, incredibly profound. We know that we're all energy. We know that everything physical is, to an extent, an illusion because we can look at it under proper magnification and see protons and electrons and molecules, and it's all just energy and information, connecting with other energies and information. And all of this energy has a little field around it, a magnetic field, a aura, if you will. And as one thing enters the field of another thing, both things change. Through resonance, we can hold one tuning fork and bang another tuning fork and hold it up next to it, and they'll both begin to vibrate at the same as that vibration begins to affect whatever it comes in contact with. So today I ask, what comes in contact with your field? As a localized spark of God, what do you bring in your circle, inside of your aura, inside of your life? And how does it affect your energy? If whatever it is that you bring in raises that energy, continually over time, your energy will continue to raise and raise and raise, and you'll become a better version of yourself, whatever that is. If the contrast is true, and instead what you bring into that bubble lowers your energy, then continually over time, you'll be not quite as comfortable or not quite as happy as you used to be. It's simple stuff. But the cool thing is that God created us this way and handed over the reins, put you behind the steering wheel of your life and said, you get to control what you bring into your world. And whatever you bring into your world will then have an effect on you, and you'll have an effect on it. That is just an incredibly powerfully profound statement. Because oftentimes we can feel locked into things that are not necessarily in our control. We can do what we've always done because we've always done it. We can watch the shows we've always watched because we always have. We can keep our houses the same way because that's the way our house has always been. And we can associate with the same friends and family and groups that we always have just because it's comfortable. We're used to it. Or we can just push pause for just a second. And just like in the skit, change one simple statement into one simple question. Instead of, but I like it, is, how does it make me feel? That simple little change. I look at, for myself, just like in the skit, I can relate to different parts of both characters. But one, I used to watch a bunch of TV at one point. And I looked at the TV that I was watching, and it was shows I liked. I liked them. I liked trying to figure stuff out while watching CSI or the antics of House as he was going through his rampages of whatever. And at one point, my incredibly wise wife said, how does it make you feel? And my answer was probably similar to your answer, but I like it. She said, I'm not disputing that. Just, how does it make you feel? And I thought about it for a second. Wait. I really don't feel good when I watch the part of CSI that's got the murder and the chaos and the downside and the whatever. And I'm like, ooh, I really don't dig that so much. That doesn't really feel all that great, but I like it. Now I'm confused. She said, well, do you like that feeling or do you want a different feeling? Oh gosh, I guess I'd kind of like something different. She said, well, what do you want? I said, I want to smile more. I want more laughter in my life. I said, well, maybe we could find some kind of show that makes us laugh. And we did. And so we started watching less of news and less of the things that built us up inside in a frustration way. And we started watching more of things that were funny, that made us laugh. And we realized that within a short period of time, we were laughing more. It was fun more. We went, how about that? Now we also realized that as we watched less and less of the TV, we had more time to do other stuff. And so we started going through our house, started with the bedroom, but we started going through our house and went, what's in here because we moved it in with us, or because it made sense at some point, or because we put the bed against this wall or the couch against that wall because that's just where it made sense and that's where it's always been. And instead, we shifted and we took the bed from one wall and moved it to another wall, and then we started looking at, well gosh, this furniture doesn't match, this furniture does, or I'd really like to have this type of picture, but that type of picture really doesn't inspire me anymore, or let's put some curtains on there, let's put some color in there, let's do whatever it was. The point was that every time we walk into that room, we go, it's different. It's different than it used to be, which helped to reflect, oh, it's different than it used to be. Goofy stuff, huh? So I inspire you, I encourage you this week to look at your life and say, see anything that habitually just hits you right in the gut, that just doesn't make you feel so good, and maybe take a little bit less of it. And ask yourself, what do I want more of in my life? If you want more laughter, then do things that bring about more laughter. Be it a TV or a movie or a group of friends that just want to laugh and have a good time. Whatever it is that inspires laughter, just bring a little bit more of it into your life this week. And maybe take a look at your life, or an inventory, if you will, of your life and the reality that you've created around yourself in your physical space of your house or your car or your, whatever, and say, does that make me happy? If it does, keep it, get more of it. If it doesn't, then give it a new home, because chances are it will make somebody else really happy. Well, I make something, if this microphone has very little energy of its own, but if I don't like it because ... but you would just love it, why have the negative to it? Let's give it a positive. And if this isn't here anymore, then something else is going to be here because it's created a space for something new to show up in my world. Now, the other part of the feeding of our mind, body, and soul is the understanding that we're all connected, and not just people. We're connected to these fish, to this water, to this sound, to these rocks, to these walls, to this county, to this state, to this country, to this world. We're all connected to each other. And just by being here, all of us are resonating with each other. By bringing God into the space, we're resonating even higher. As we pray, that goes even higher. The rocks and crystals over here just a little higher. We can look at the work of Dr. Emoto and watch on a cellular level water change into beautiful snowflakes as it comes into resonance with higher vibration things. And we can watch it melt and turn almost like mud when exposed to lower vibration things. Well, we're water. Our physical body is about 90%. So all of the things that we're already doing, just by showing up, just by being present and connecting with each other and God, you're already raising your personal vibration. Now with that, as we're all connected, let's all, everybody here, focus the highest beam, the highest vibration of love that you can. Of love, of encouragement, of excitement, of energy, of health, of vitality, of excitement, of all of the good things that you can think of. And let's all direct it right at Papa. And let's take a second and just fill him up as we plug in, almost like a tree, with our roots going into the earth and our branches going up into heaven with God, and exchanging energy between heaven and earth, having access to an amazing amount of energy that we automatically fill ourselves up to the top because we can't help but to, as we're plugged into that. And we give as much of it as Papa wants, as Gabe wants, into filling him up. Now let's change our focus and send it all to Billy. Love Mary. Darcy. Debbie. Judy. Mark. Dawn. Mike. Sue. And me. Now this week, Julie said that Lou took a tumble. So let's all send our healing energy, our very best stuff, to Lou and to Julie. Misty and Jez's ability to be here is based upon her schedule at her job. So let's send our energy also to whoever makes the schedule. They would free it up so that she had the time to do whatever it is she wants to do. And to Jez and to Misty. To Mark Gall. And to everyone who has ever been here. Everyone who's on the other side, who's not contained in a body right now, but our loved ones. Let's send this out to every person in every church, mosque, synagogue, sweat lodge, nature, exercise room, or meditation. Anybody who is on their spiritual path this morning, let's turbocharge with as much energy as they would be willing to take. And to everyone who's feeling lost or not on a path. And to every one of God's creations on this entire planet, on this entire universe. Right now is an interesting time where it seems like there are an amazing amount of people who are going through a reinvention of self right now. I know I'm there. I know Mary's there. I know a lot of you that I've talked to individually are there also. As you're reconstructing your life, as you're reinventing yourself, choose good stuff. Choose good stuff. As together we're a group, a community, all of our energy is connected. Choose to be the best you. Bring out the best of other folks. Allow them to help you. Allow yourself to help them. It's a team sport. You've got an amazing team. Let's feed it well.